Hey guys, this is Spock Joe. I'm going to be doing a review on the Merc combat rig from Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now, as many of you guys know, in the game there's characters. They have, basically those characters are called rigs. And the rigs that we have are the Warfighter, the Merc, the Synoptic, the FTL, the Striker, and the Phantom. And today we're going to be talking about the Merc rig. Now, each rig has weapons and attributes. They call them payloads and traits. Now, the three payloads that the Merc has, we have the Steel Dragon, the Bull Charge, and we have the Reactive Armor. The Steel Dragon is a beam-based weapon, and basically what it does is it splits off and does damage to multiple enemies at once. The one thing that it reminds me of is the War Machine from previous Call of Duties, except for that one characteristic is it's able to split and hurt many enemies at once. I find that this weapon would be a really good flanking weapon. Whenever I came head-to-head in a gunfight with this, I usually lost 90% of the time. So I actually suggest you use it as a flanking weapon. It's always nice whenever you walk into a room, three guys are looking out a window, and you're able to shoot them and it takes them all out at once. Now moving on, we've got the Bull Charge. And the Bull Charge basically allows you to run forward with a protective shield that kills any person you run over. This reminds me of a linebacker from football. You know, he's trying to make a hole in the defense. This payload seems to work a lot like that. Game modes I would suggest is potentially Defender, where you're trying to help your teammate hold the orb or ball or whatever it is longer. The Bull Charges allows you to plow into enemies, take them out quickly, but it also helps you to potentially distract the enemies so that your teammate might be able to get away and hold on to the orb, ball, whatever, longer. Now moving on, we've got Reactive Armor. And Reactive Armor works a lot like Kinetic Armor from Black Ops 3. And all it does is, when it's active, it reduces the amount of damage from enemy players' weapons. Whether it be grenades or whether it be gunfire, it just helps reduce that damage. I believe that this is a payload that would benefit people that are really aggressive at playing the game. People that are always trying to be in your face. The one thing about Reactive Armor is you're able to pop it and then jump into a room where 9 times out of 10 you're going to take out at least a couple of them beforehand. If you end up going head to head though, 9 out of 10 times you're going to win that gunfight. Now we're going to talk about the traits. We've got Infusion, we've got Man-at-Arms, and we've got Shockwave. And Infusion basically helps regenerate your health faster after receiving some type of damage, whether it be fall damage or weapon damage. You're just able to heal a little bit quicker. I believe this is also a perk that would benefit people that are really aggressive players, players that are always in the action. They're able to deal a little bit of damage and then bounce out for a second, rejuvenate their health, and then be right back into the action even quicker. This is a well-rounded perk, I believe. It is one of those things that I think could benefit new players and veteran players alike. And at the end of the day, I think this would be a good starter trait for anybody that's using the Merc class. Now, moving on, we've got the Man-at-Arms. And the Man-at-Arms allows you to start with maximum ammo, and you are not penalized for any weapon movement. And what I mean by penalized for weapon movement, if you look at SMGs versus LMGs, the SMGs, you can move around very quickly. You feel kind of light on your feet. But whenever you put on an LMG, it just feels like you've all of a sudden gained like 500 pounds and you're bulky and you're slow. Well, Man-at-Arms actually helps reduce that movement penalty so that you're able to take like an LMG and move quicker, more fluent. So I believe that this trait benefits people that like going on long kill streaks, and also people that from time to time want to actually use LMGs. They enjoy using LMGs, but they just don't like to move slowly. I believe that this is a well-rounded trait and is able to benefit all playstyles as well. For those that really want to go on long streaks, or people that maybe you're not using an LMG, but somehow, some way, this trait would benefit you with other weapons as well. Now moving on, we're going to talk about the shockwave. And the shockwave allows you to perform a ground slam while in the air. This reminds me of Advanced Warfare. There's like a power slam that if you're above someone and you activated it, it would like kill them and stuff. I believe it works a lot like that, but it's not as powerful from what I've played with it. So how do I set up the Merc? Well, this is how I do it. I use the bull charge and I use the man-at-arms. The bull charge is simply this. I think it's probably the most fun perk in the game, or ability, whatever you want to call it. It is just completely fun to me. There's times where I'm playing and I'll see 3 or 4 guys down a hallway and I've got a straight run at them. I pop on that bull charge. I take out 3 guys. I see their bodies just flying, hitting the walls and stuff. And I just start laughing. I don't know why. It's just, it makes me giggle a little bit. Now, I also use the I use the man-at-arms. And the man-at-arm is simple. I like going on long kill streaks, and I hate having to scavenge for ammo and weapons. I also like using LMGs because LMGs tend to have bigger magazines and you're able to spray and pray a little bit more, and you're able to move quicker and not be penalized and feeling like you're playing like a slug. But this perk, I feel like, is a perk that helps you get into the action and play more aggressive with LMGs. So that's how I would set up my Merc class. Now, a question for you guys. What rigs are you guys using? What payloads do you like the most? And what traits are you guys using the most? Please leave your comments in the comments below. And as always, if you like this video, please share, like, and subscribe. And we'll check you out later.